New tonight, a Mojave Valley man is recovering after he says a U.S. Fish and Wildlife officer fired a stun gun at him while he was pumping gas, causing him to catch fire.
Yeah, now 1 week later, he's sharing his story and says that he's still trying to understand why it happened. 12 News journalist Tiani Jadaling is joining us live in studio. And Tiani, you spoke with him about the incident.
Mark Caribe, Chuck Coyle says it started after an officer accused him and a friend of trespassing. Just minutes later, he says he was being tased while pumping gas and then caught fire. Clarence Coyle, who goes by Chuck, says everything happened in a matter of seconds. Coyle says he and a friend had plans to fish at the Havasu National Wildlife Refuge on July 16th. When they arrived at an area known as Catfish Paradise, he says they were approached by a U.S. Fish and Wildlife officer.
He goes, "You guys are trespassing. You need to leave now." I said, "Okay, fine." And he got snotty all of a sudden. And he goes, "Well, I'll give you a ticket." And I said, "Give me a ticket for trespassing." And I got in my truck because he said leave. So I got in my truck and left.
The Mojave Valley resident says the officer was in a wildlife refuge uniform, but he says the encounter didn't end there.
All I'm asking for is your license right now to identify.
What am I being arrested for?
You are not cooperating.
Before heading home, Coyle says he stopped at the Thylapo fuel station on the Fort Mojave Indian Reservation. And that's where he says he saw the same officer again.
And I come out with 2 sodas in my hand, in my wallet. And he's screaming at me, "Give me your ID, give me your ID." And I'm looking at him going, "No, what for? You know, there's no reason for me to give it unless you explain it to me."
Coyle says he had started to pump gas when this happened. He says he doesn't remember much, but for the last several days, he's been in recovery.
I have 1st and 2nd degree burns on my left hand and my right wrist and hands. I have nerve damage done to my pinky finger and ring finger. Literally thought, oh, it's going to burn to death and die. I really did.
Coyle says he was not arrested and has not been charged in connection with the incident, adding that he's now taking legal action against that officer. We did reach out to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service for a response. We have yet to hear back. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.
All right, Tiani, thank you.